Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
You know, tonight's show just went totally off the rails with the Bayley segment. And really, that was probably the only thing that was terrible on the show. But it was just so terrible. I mean, it was, honest to God, I can't remember, you know, I mean, when was the last time? That's kind of been the worst thing.
The old day.
What? The old day. Yeah, the old day. You know what, though? The old day thing was really, really bad, without a doubt. But when it was over, it was just like really bad for like a couple of minutes. But it didn't really ruin anybody. Like the next week, they were all every bit as over as they were before. They just did a really shitty segment and they kind of came back to it a few times. This one, I just thought that like when it was over, you know, you've been talking about how they're hurting her, Bayley, and it was just like, yeah, they are to a degree for sure. She's not as over as she should be because of certain booking things. But it wasn't like she was dead or anything. And I'm not sure she'll be dead from this, but my God, was this segment just I don't know. I just thought it did her no favors. You know, I don't think it buried her 6 feet under or anything, but my God. If it was, you know, imagine how bad this segment would have been if it was anyone but Alexa Bliss doing it. I mean, I give Alexa Bliss credit for doing, I guess, about as good a job with just absolutely horrendous material as you could do. But, man, I almost think that if I'm like backstage while that thing's going and the crowd's doing the delete, that I'm almost just like play the music and just end this thing early. Because this thing is just a freaking disaster. I mean, it really was. It was such a, I mean, I don't even think it went too long, but it just needed to stop because it was just horrible. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on those key segments of Raw.
We had the Alexa Bliss This Is Your Life segment for Bayley. So Alexa cuts a promo about the match at Extreme Rules. Says, we all know that Bayley can't be extreme. Dug into Bayley's life and her past. Couldn't wait to show everybody they're loudly giving her the what treatment. So Alexa has Bayley's first doll that she says she still plays with, a trophy that she won for sportsmanship, a yearbook where she was voted most likely to apologize, because in pro wrestling, you can apologize, even if you're wrong. Bayley's 4th grade teacher, Miss Flapper, who said that Bayley was very nice, perfect attendance, always in the front row next to her father, because her father had to go to school with her or she wouldn't go to school. And Bayley's childhood best friend, Tracy, who said that Bayley was the nicest person ever, and she was inseparable until that happened, which was she wanted to watch Raw and SmackDown. I nearly died.
Oh, my God. I know. Can you imagine?
I can't imagine, but my God. Oh, my God.
They made their own product look so uncool. God.
So the crowd's turning on this hard. Next is Bayley's ex-boyfriend, Phil. And he says Bayley was a very nice girl, but she brought her dad along to all of the dates. They almost kissed one day, but nothing happened because he looked up and it was her dad. I almost kissed him, he said. And he only dated Bayley to get close to Tracy. And Tracy goes, are you kidding me? And Phil says, no, and they start making out. Fans are chanting delete. They're chanting, this is boring. Finally, Bayley comes out.
They were chanting, they were chanting, this is boring long before that.
Yes. So finally, Bayley comes out. And of course, you'll never guess what happened. But they got in a fight, and she got her ass kicked, of course. And she got hit with a stick, laid out. A goddamn terrible segment. Just horrible.
Yep. It was the worst.
Can you imagine this segment? The more I look at it, the more I just can't believe it. You know what this means, Dave?
I can't believe it.
This means that my storyline I brought up like a month ago that you couldn't believe, she hasn't kissed a boy.
I hope that they don't play into that like that.
Well, this is now 2 segments.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. That thing with them kissing at the end, it's like, who came up with that?
Well, whoever came up with this whole horrible segment.